we go, 5 o'clock. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 5.
Nice to have Tom Olson back with us, and guys, I appreciate you so much. Welcome to this moment in time. Welcome to our community. Welcome to the beauty of Unity North Atlanta. Are you glad to be here today? I hope you're up for a ride. It's going to be a roller coaster ride today. So put your hands up and let's just go. Yes, let God happen here today. But we're going to set the intention. Let's take a moment to be in prayer. A little music maestro behind the prayer. Let's take a moment to breathe. Take a deep breath with me and exhale anything that would keep you from being fully present to the miracle of right now. And I'm feeling it. Take another breath. There's some of you that need a couple. And release anything that does not belong in the field of love, of community, of family. And then one final breath to allow us to settle in for this ride. To be fully present to the miracle of this moment. God happening in, through, around, and as all creation, in, through, around, and as each and every one of us. This day we say yes. We say yes to life. Life expressed as us, as those around us, those online. Yes to the miracles that are waiting for us, standing at the door, knocking. Today, let us turn the handle of that good and be fully present to the miracle of all of it coming together in a demonstration of family, a demonstration of oneness, a demonstration of us. For this day and for all that transpires, we say thank you, God. Thank you, God. Together, thank you, God. And so it is, and so we let it be with a resounding amen. Amen. So we're up for a ride, and I tell you, there's nobody I want to go on a roller coaster ride more than Amy Steinberg. I think there are fans in the house. Amy made a choice to celebrate her birthday with us. She could have gone anywhere. She could have stayed home, and she says, I want to be at Unity North. So put your hands up and welcome the incredible artist, singer, minister, Amy Steinberg.
So these teachings are amazing, right? Good morning. Hello, gorgeousness. These teachings taught me about discernment, taught me about choice, taught me that I am at choice in every moment to say yes to the goodness. Can I hear a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
So let's say yes to the goodness right now and say no to all that darkness that comes after us. I got the monsters in my head. I don't know if you got them. But I say I open up to Spirit right now to sing yes for you. Tomorrow I turn 50, you guys. It's big, right? And give it up in advance for your band. They're amazing. One more time. And let's do this. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I say yes to the goodness. I say yes to love. I say yes to abundance raining down from up above. I say yes. You say yes. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes to forgiveness. I say yes to God. I say yes to this moment bringing me such positive thoughts. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. Then you gotta say no. I said no to the darkness, no to the fear, no to the voices that scream about despair. I say yes to the glory, to the light, yes to the voices that sing out with might. They sing yes. They say yes. I say yes. I say yes to surrender. I say yes to grace. I say yes to the beloved looking back at me when we're face to face. I say yes to acceptance and yes to faith. I say yes to the lessons I'm learning how to grow through all the pain. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. But then I say hell no. No to the darkness, no to the fear, no to the voices that scream about despair. I say yes to the glory, to the light, yes to the voices that scream out with might. I said no to depression, no to the rant, no to the voices that tell me that I can't. I say yes to authentic, yes to the truth, yes to the laughter, yes to you. I say yes. 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 I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. Now, everybody can sing this because everybody was a girl in the womb. Everybody started out as a girl, okay? So I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. Sing it with me. I'm going to see who the real men are in the audience tonight. It's morning. It's morning, Amy. Okay, here we go. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy. I say yes to love, to joy, to peace, and yes to happiness. Yes to love, to joy, to peace, and yes to happiness. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. Thanks, you guys.
And that is Amy Steinberg. Because what are we going to say to happiness? What are we going to say to joy? What are we going to say to our visitors this morning? That's right. If it is your first time here this morning, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this energy. Welcome to this happy and joyful community. We have our welcome team that is saying yes to you. They are coming down to the front shortly because they have welcome packets for you. We hope you say yes to us and hope that you want to join us for some more celebration and enjoyment and fellowship. There's a Let's Connect card in that welcome packet, and you can see Marilyn is showing you. She's such a good welcome team head. Can we give it up for Marilyn Boniger? So you'll fill out that Let's Connect card. You can do it with our old technology of a pen and paper, or you can scan the QR code and you can fill it out virtually. And when the offering baskets come back around later, you can put that in the basket, or you can give it to a welcome team member that has a tag on that says, "How can I help?" And they mean it. So right now, if you will raise your hand if it's your first time here, so we can share some happiness and some joy with you. Raise it nice and high so we can get you a packet. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for joining us. Yes, yes, and yes to that love, to that energy. Welcome to Unity North this morning. Downstairs after service, we will have a special table that is clearly marked for you as a first-time visitor. You're home now, your family, so you're no longer a visitor. But you can come to that table today and just hang out, ask questions about this amazing community, and learn more about it. Thanks for being here today. And as you look around the room, you may be wondering who these wonderful humans are on the four corners of the space. There are prayer chaplains on duty today. We have Juanita, Jagrati, Nancy, and Sharon, and they are holding sacred space for all of us. Whether we are in the room or online, you are all being thought about, loved, and appreciated. They are available for prayer before and after service, so don't be shy. If you would like some prayer, feel free to tap one of them, and they would be happy to hold sacred space with you after service. So, it is announcement time. Come on, you know what time it is. Come on. All right, so you heard a little bit this morning of Amy Steinberg, but if you want to hear some more, of course, stay in service, don't go away. But after that, she's got a concert at 1:30 in the Peace Chapel with a suggested love offering of only $15. And as Richard said, it's a birthday concert, y'all. So you got to come down, sing happy birthday, say happy birthday, and listen to some amazing music. I've been telling you for weeks she is a powerhouse, and now you know I was telling the truth. So I hope to see you at 1:30 downstairs in the Peace Chapel. Our next announcement is that our next Body, Mind, and Spirit workshop is coming up next Thursday, featuring Marilyn Siegel. And I apologize if I'm saying the last name incorrectly, but the topic is your soul's agenda. Sounds really powerful. So you want to mark your calendars for that. And in our next announcement, our own Song Fest is coming up. So there's no need for me to talk about it today. I'm going to hand the mic over to someone who knows Songfest better than anybody else. Put your hands together, Will Hodge.
Give it up for Danielle. Isn't she great? She's done so good. I mean, really. I mean, she and I talk all week long. She's the mayonnaise that holds this sandwich together. I'm going to tell you. She really is. Songfest 2023. Thank y'all so much for making it happen. Seriously, we really, really appreciate your support over the years. We've been able to buy mixing boards, microphones, all sorts of stuff for our sound team, which we're always needing stuff. You know, trying to get our streaming up to date takes technology, it takes funding and all this, and that's what Songfest is all about. You have 4 recording artists that are doing their original material. This is them off the chain. They can do whatever they want to do as long as they wrote it. That's what's great. We have the Natalie Goodwin this year. She's sitting over there. That's Natalie and I are working on a song this week for that. We have Tom Wolfe, who's a harmonica monster. Tom has been here several times with us. Tom and I have been playing together for 20 years. He played with us with Mike and Cindy Lou's band. And we have Cindy Craven, who scares me. She's so good. Think Amy Lou Harris, that sort of thing. Joan Baez, those old really great songwriters. She and Tom have some albums out together. They used to be a duo. So this is going to be a really, really good one. It's August 18th. It's a Friday night. And tickets, if you pre-buy, it's only $15. I mean, tickets for the Eagles are $600, okay? You know, we're as good as they are, you know. Anyway, this is going to be a good thing. Well, thank y'all for coming. Seriously, if you can't go buy a ticket, that would be great. That would help us out. It's $20 at the door, and y'all be great.
Thank you, Will. But you don't have to wait till the door because tickets are available now. So go in the app. You can actually purchase your tickets today. They are ready for you. And in this last announcement, it really shows the power of this community. So we have a wish list, and you can go online and see it. But the last time that we announced our wish list, we said that we were in need of 2 iPads because, you know, we try to be on the edge of technology. So we needed 2 iPads to help with our children's ministry. And we got it. We got it. Thank you. So one of the things that we also mentioned was that we were in need of another AED to have up here, another defibrillator. And so people were saying, well, what is that? And it's something you don't really like to think about because when you need it, you don't want to be thinking, is there one near? But if someone's if we did need to help shock someone while we were waiting for the paramedics, that's the kind of equipment that we're talking about. We do that. We do a little bit of both, right? So that is something that we are looking for. So if you know how we can access one, or if you have one that you can donate, please reach out and we'll be happy to accept. So as Amy is coming back up to shine for us, just a reminder, you see the Family Promise sign that's in the foyer, and Judith is working hard getting volunteers for Family Promise, but the men need to show up and show out. So we're having a lot of people sign up, but we are looking for some men to really represent. So we're looking for you to go out into the foyer after service and sign up to be a part of this community as we help the community. But right now, we're about to shine. We're about to be glorious. I'm going to hand it back over to Amy Steinberg.
Thank you, Danielle. This is my invitation to you. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine in your open my heart, even in the dark. The light of my God always shines bright, even in the night. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. I open my heart this miracle day. You see, the love of my God gives me it all the good I can take. Shine, be glorious, yeah. Reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious. Reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. Sing that with me. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. I invite you to stand if you'd like. Let me be a vessel, reach those arms out. Yeah. Let me be a vessel of love. It feels so good. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. Yeah. Shine, be glorious. Sing it with me. Reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious. Tell somebody. Reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. Now hands on your heart, feel that love. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. How about like a prayer? Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. Let me be a vessel. Oh, let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel of love, of joy, of hope, of peace, of goodness, of love. Let me be a vessel. Let me be, 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 let me be. Let me be a vessel. Shine, be glorious. Reflect the divine. Yeah. Shine, be glorious. Reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. Yeah, 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 yeah. I love y'all.
Let me be a vessel. We got a vessel right there leading the way. An example. Do me a favor and celebrate her 50th birthday with me and sing her happy birthday and give thanks for the vessel known as Amy Steinberg. Got it? Happy birthday to cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Amy. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
So let me be a vessel. Let me follow the examples of the people in my life that are shining their light so brightly that I cannot help but know that that same light exists in me. And then I stand when I'm asked and I put my hands open and say, here I am, life. What would life be like if each of us lived at the fullness of who we are meant to be as vessels of God on earth? How would your life be different? It's a wonderful theory. Doesn't it feel good on Sunday mornings? Yes, let me be a vessel. Let me dance when nobody's watching, and let me dance when they are watching. And then we go out into the real world. And then people show up in our field that don't like our dance, that don't like our light, that don't understand our light, and a little piece of us shuts down, just a little bit. Am I the only one? How many people have ever wanted to have the full expression of your magnificence in your soul, only to have something happen in the external world that caused you to say, maybe not. Maybe not here, maybe not there, maybe not with this person, maybe not in this moment. I'm saying that the song that you just heard, Let Me Be a Vessel, has not anything to do with circumstances. And if it has something to do with circumstances, then you have limited how God can do business as you on earth, yes? Now that's scary. Oh, there are places where they don't accept my light. We're going to talk about that today. Shine anyway, yes? Namaste anyway. I love you anyway. We're going to begin with a quote by Stacy Charter. I just love this quote. It's been part of my awakening process. Part of somebody, I spent a lot of my life wearing masks. Not shining my light to do this would have been too vulnerable. So I did this. Who do you need me to be, Bill? Who do you need me to be, Marie? Let me change my mask and put it on. And I didn't know who I was. That's a place of suffering. I went home every single night not knowing who the heck I was because I was putting on a mask depending on the circumstances, depending on who could handle my light and who could not handle my light. Stacy Charter gives us the challenge when she says this: there comes a time when you have to stand up and shout, this is me, damn it. This is me. I look the way I look. I think the way I think, and I feel the way I feel, and I love the way I love. I am a whole complex package, and those that know me, that complex word is absolutely germane to my life. Take me or leave me, accept me or walk away. Do not try to make me feel like less of a person just because I don't fit your idea of who I should be. And don't try to change me to fit your mold. Amy Steinberg is a living example of the Christ who does not make apologies for her life. Many of you in this room have been my teachers, have been my therapists, have been my healers. Mike Stott's sitting over there. That guy is he makes Amy Steinberg look shy. If I need to change, I alone will make that decision. When you are strong enough to love yourself 100%, good and bad, and everything in between, you will be amazed at the opportunities that life presents you. I am standing here today bearing witness to the journey I have made from somebody who was hiding, and the Spirit of God showing up as people in my life said, Ollie, oxen free, quit hiding, come on out, the game is over. And it was one failure and mistake and embarrassment after another to say, I can stand up here and say, this is who I am, take me or leave me, I'm 100% me, and it's not always comfortable. I say things from this platform that are not always comfortable. But have you noticed that we kind of have a mutual admiration society going on here today? Everybody's loving on everybody else. And they kind of stole my thunder, but I wanted to say how magnificent Danielle Wright is, who stepped in for me last week, and she shined. And she was glorious. And Amy shows her light, Danielle shows her life. I get to talk to both of these beautiful women behind the scenes. You see, they're not getting up here and shining without reservations, without nervousness. I've never seen Danielle nervous as she was last week getting ready for that talk. But she got up anyway. And she stood up anyway. And she shared her truth anyway. And she spoke her truth anyway. And it was received beautifully. You see, when we hide, those truths get hidden. And we're a half-baked example of who we are meant to be. And God is dishonored. We've been celebrating freedom for the month of July. You know, I have to give these talk titles sometimes a month and a half in advance. And I have no idea what I'm thinking when I give these talk titles. But I knew that it was the 4th of July in July, so we're going to celebrate freedom. We're celebrating freedom the whole month of July. The many facets, the many blessings, the many dimensions of what freedom is as a nation, yes, as a church, absolutely, and as individuals on a spiritual path of living wide open and becoming an evolutionary process of letting our light shine. Are you on that journey? Are you really on that journey? Then I'm going to throw a gauntlet down today and to challenge you to be more yourself than you've ever been before. Today we are celebrating our freedom of expression. Look around. Look around the room to the face of God. A potpourri of thoughts, a potpourri of talents, abilities, personalities, and opinions, and ways of showing up in this world. An eclectic and diverse expression of God's face. Turn to your left or your right and say, I behold God's face in you. And then do it again and say, I behold God's face in you even when you can't see it for yourself. I behold God's face in you even when you can't see it for yourself. Even when you're down, even when you're angry, even when you're nervous, even when you're upset, even when you're afraid, I will behold the face of God in you. That's our job as a community. That's how important it is to come here. And we can have that same energy with everybody on that camera right now. We behold the face of God. I cannot see your face, but I know the truth of who you are. And that's what we do as a community. Yes? An eclectic and diverse expression of God's face. It's an incredible blessing, isn't it? That freedom is a blessing. And sometimes it makes the journey, have you noticed this? Let's say, a little interesting. Many opinions, one God. Many political parties, many religions, many colors, many perspectives, one God. That's very interesting. But even with the challenges that come in a community of such diversity, to be ourselves, fully ourselves, the alternative is not one that we accept at Unity. The alternative is to whitewash us. You know, if you and I think alike, one of us is absolutely dispensable. If you and I think exactly the same thing on everything, one of us is absolutely dispensable. We're not needed. Think about that. If we all thought the same, why in the world would you come here? You can have that thought at home by yourself, but we come because there is power in the diversity. And is it possible to have diversity in unity? Of course it is, and we're proving it. And some of my colleagues say, gosh, you know, everybody in my congregation, I can get up and I can say something politically, or I can say something that's radical, and everybody agrees with me. I would last about 2 days in that church. I love that we come here and we challenge each other. I am more and you are more because we challenge ourselves with different ideas. Because we live outside the box of what my truth is and we all grow. Yes? Do we really understand the freedom of that expression? That you can come and be safe in this environment and own who you are and know that you will be loved even if I don't understand you. Even if Larry and Linda don't get me, they're going to love me anyway. That is a blessing. That is a rarity on this planet. Do you get that? We are called to be honest, transparent, authentic, full-on expressions of our God selves. Shine, be glorious. So as we started the month, that freedom is an absolute blessing, but it is also a responsibility. And that responsibility is not just for the people sitting in the chairs next to you, it's a responsibility to the world because the world is tired of spiritual theories. Have you noticed that? We are so tired as a human race of another spiritual ideal. What we are hungry for is authenticity. People demonstrating what it means to just be real, to be raw, to be open, to be ourselves. There was a member of this church who's one of our top donors. He's moved on. I really miss him. I miss his money too. But I took him out to coffee. And he said to me, and I just loved this. He says, you know why I like this church and why I come to this church? Because it's a little rough around the edges. He says, I can go to 10 churches within 2 miles of your place that are very slick. And only the prettiest voices get to sing. And only the most polished speakers get to speak. And it doesn't feel authentic to me. It doesn't feel real. And he says, I never know what's going to come out of your mouth. And he says, I love that because I know I can trust it. I mentioned Mike Start earlier, at our board of directors meeting, you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. But I know I have a brother that is absolutely authentically himself. He shows up, what you see is what you get. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you wonder. That's a blessing we have here, full-on God expressions. It's a responsibility. God chose to do business as you. In fact, repeat that. Put your hand on your heart. God chose to do business as me. Together? Feel that at depth. That's not a light statement. That's just not repeat after the minister. God chose to do business as you. You are not a mistake. You are not junk. You are glorious. You are magnificent. That's our second unity principle. The Christ lives as you. Not just in one person who walked the face of the planet, a person who came to wake us up and say, I know who you are. I don't know who you're pretending to be, but I know who you are. I am the veritable essence of the Christ. Together. I think I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. Say it. How does that feel? Try those clothes on. Try those shoes on. Because for too long we have played small, and we can do it in church, and then some SOB shows up on our field, and I'm the light. No, that's when you need to do it more. I am the light of the world, and so are you, you SOB. You might want to use a different word, but the reality is the truth we're claiming for ourselves is the same truth for everybody. Yes? Martha Graham, the incredible choreographer and dancer. And I use dance because I didn't dance most of my life because people were watching and it was embarrassing. I don't care if you like my dance or not. But Martha Graham absolutely called out the dance within each person. Let's put that quote up there and let's say it together. Together, there is a vitality, a life force, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And there is only one of you in all time. This expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is or how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. Buddhist teaching says that comparison is the state of argument, which is a state of suffering. And I spent a good portion of my life comparing my light to somebody else's light, and it never measured up. It was never good enough. And so I just hid. And I diminished the presence of God that chose to do business as me. No, it's not good enough. We're going around this world thinking less than, greater than, more or less. That is the cause of the suffering we see today. Your idea is equally as important as my idea. My spirituality, my path is equally important, and we're all going a different path up the mountain, but we're going to get to the top of the mountain together. And I will never get there if I say my path isn't good enough. My voice, my song isn't good enough. I'm asking you to get over it and stop saying anything that says you're not good enough because you've compared your light to somebody else's. I got a Pentecostal preacher on the board. She's sitting right over there. And I get up here and go, I wish I could preach like Eugene, Dr. Eugene Kirkpatrick. I wish I could do it. I wish I could get up and have the warmth of Danielle Wright, who just exudes warmth. I didn't get that gift. But I have the gift that God gave me that neither of these two powerful, amazing, talented ladies can give the world. And walking around, I spent a good portion of my life trying to be somebody else. Maybe I could be like Eugene Kirkpatrick and move the room. I can't. It fails. I'm a poor imitation of Dr. Eugene Kirkpatrick. Why don't I just be the best that I can be? You know, there's a rabbi that told a story one time, and somebody had died. Say Richard died and went to heaven, expecting to hear the question, why weren't you more like Jesus? Why weren't you more like Jesus? And the answer is going to come back from heaven. It says, why weren't you more like Richard? Why weren't you more of yourself? That's a question only you can answer. Why is a quick road to suffering? So ask it and then move on. Take the information you've got and move on. I've got a song running through my head today, and it's been running through my head all week. Sammy Davis Jr. was one of my favorite singers of all time. And I'm sure you know it. If you know it, sing it with me. I've gotta be me. I've gotta be me. What else can I be than what I am? I want to hear you sing it. Together, I've What more can I be than what I am? Sammy Davis Jr. was one of the most talented men to ever walk the face of the planet. He was a Christ for me. Not just because of his talent, he could play any instrument in the band. He could dance like nobody's business, and he sang beautifully. But because he's a living, breathing demonstration of everything that I'm talking about today. Jack Benny was on the course with Sammy Davis Jr., and he turned to Sammy and he said, "Excuse me, can you tell me what your handicap is?" That's a golf term for those that don't play golf. And Sammy Davis Jr. responded with, "My handicap, I'm a one-eyed black Jew. That's my handicap." Now, handicap is not a term we use, but the reality is the point is well made. He did not define himself, that he did not fit into the mold anywhere. He was not black enough to be considered part of the black community. He was too white to be there. He was too black to be there. He was a Jew. He converted to Judaism. He didn't have enough suffering in his life, I suppose. He was small and he was short and he didn't fit into anybody's box, ethnically, culturally, physically, musically, or ideologically. Was that a handicap? Hell no, it was not. Because Sammy Davis Jr. had a consciousness that said, "I've got to be me." It wasn't just a song. He lived it. He went into the army at the age of 18. And when he got out of the army as a skinny little guy, this is what he had to say. Let's put that quote up there. Together, "I knew that above all things in the world, I had to become so big, so strong, that people and their hatred could never touch me." Breathe that in. People touched me when I hid. My wounds were out on the surface for everyone to see except myself. And they went after them. And when I got big and when I got strong, I suddenly had an armor. I had a protection. Your hate could not get in. Your attack could no longer affect me. There was no soft spot to get in because I knew who I was. I knew what I was about. And I knew where I was going. And I'm challenging you to do the same. If you are not yourself, then you become a half-baked version of what you think somebody else can handle. Anybody been there? If you're not yourself fully and completely, you're a half-baked version of what you think somebody else can handle, including yourself. A watered-down version of the parts of yourself that you are not too embarrassed to show. I spent probably 50 years of my life being embarrassed. And thank God for the Christ showing up as Sammy Davis Jr. I gotta be me. I've gotta be me. And I would love to say it was that bold as I just sang it. No, it was kind of like you did a minute ago. I gotta be me. Well, I didn't die. I gotta be me. That's why we come together. To be in that mutual admiration society and realize I don't die when I live fully. In fact, let me tell you, as somebody who's lived there, there's a heck of a lot more peace on the other side of that. And there's a heck of a lot more joy. I enjoy life more now than I have ever enjoyed life. And do I tick people off? Sometimes. Do I get upset? Sometimes. Is it possible that love and anger can exist in the same field at the same time? If you say no, then you've got a challenge. I'm asking you to be, I can be angry and still have love as the expression of that anger. What about fear? There's a lot of people that say it's either love or fear. Well, love and fear are coexisting, they're partners. Fear keeps you safe. And love must be present at the same time. I'm afraid. I don't like. I'm uncomfortable. These are important words to express when they are expressed in love of self and love for an honest situation and an honest relationship. It's inauthentic and shirks the responsibility that comes with the freedom of expression we have in this nation, we have in this church, and you have in your soul, God given to you. Why in the world have you disrespected God and said, well, I know better. This isn't something I should show. Don't waste the gift. Here are some things I've learned in the Unity movement. We're going to have a little Unity recap today, and I want you to maybe refresh your memory about these things. It's pretty small print up there, so I'm going to look here. Number 1, I am enough. Say it with me. Are you really enough? You are the Christ. You are enough. I learned that in a Unity church. I didn't have to play small anymore. Jesus was not the exception, he's the example. Number 2, I have been handed a blank canvas called life, a divine idea. The world is made up of divine ideas. You are a divine idea in the mind of God, and this life, this beautiful canvas of people and nature and sky and earth and experiences and religions is a canvas, and it's blank, and it was handed to you. It's in your hands. You get to choose what you put on that canvas. Number 3, I've been given numerous ways to express, numerous ways to relate, numerous ways to create, but I think I'm just going to use the red and the green crayon. Because I go to yellow, I got hurt when I used yellow. I'm not going to use yellow anymore. Maybe there's some, I can throw a little blue in there. Oh, let me throw some gray and black in there. Ooh, it's dark. It seems foreign to me. Somebody didn't like it when I used that. Let me tell you, a painting that doesn't have shading and color and texture is a boring painting. Plain and simple. Go out and look at Amy's paintings out there. That's Amy Steinberg on canvas. Bright, full, rich, 50 years of living and loving and learning and growing. And it looks beautiful, and it is beautiful. And the person who put that on there also had the same kind of challenges that Sammy Davis Jr. had. Why is it we don't see the pain and the rejection that she experienced? For 100 reasons. Because she doesn't wear it on her sleeve. Because she put it out there and she realized she didn't die. I don't need to wear it anymore. The reality is we carry it with us, and that stone, this glass of water, I don't show you. I carry it. It doesn't feel like much right now. I carry this for 50 years, and it's the heaviest thing on the planet. And there comes a time where I have to just set it down and let it go, and let the work of art be green and yellow and purple. I wore pink today. I love wearing pink. You know, some of you have been noticing that I kind of turned into Steve Jobs. I wear black all the time. I really like wearing black, but I really like wearing pink. But I'm a winter, and it doesn't show off my face. There are numerous ways to express and create. And number 4, the most important thing, there are people that won't like the painting I create. I was consumed for 50 years with people who didn't like my painting. And so I lived a lie. Some of us are living little white lies. I'm saying get over it. Get used to it. There are people that don't get you. There are people that don't understand that the painting you're creating is of great value. So what? And then number 5, the number 1 thing I learned here in Unity is I get to choose between, let's read it together. I get to choose between the prison of giving power to those who don't get me, or the freedom of expressing the way God has chosen to show up as me. Denzel Washington, another one of my heroes, this is what Denzel Washington had to say about this. Some people will never like you because your spirit irritates their demons. Get used to it. The reaction on the other side of the relationship, the conversation, the table has nothing to do with you, except you've pushed a button. And let me tell you, I got buttons too. And I have to realize at the end of the day, when I go away from this tussle and this argument and this wrestling, it's not the insult that bothers me. Alan Cohen said it. It's the part of me that agrees with the insult. I've got to do some healing work. I got to go back to headquarters. I got to remember that there's something calling for expression. No, hide it, hide it. No, don't hide it because it never gets healed. No lesson ever gets learned. All of us belong, including the hurt, including the darkness, including the anger. all of you, all the quirky, out-of-the-box, absurd, and unorthodox parts of yourself belong. It's taken me a long time to get there. Here are 5 more things I learned from Unity on my path of learning to be me. Let's read them together. Number 1, our thoughts are our teachers. We talk about mindfulness all the time, paying attention to what you're paying attention to. That's number 1 right there. If I push those thoughts, oh, they're not good thoughts. They're negative thoughts. And that happens a lot in new thought. Oh, it's not positive. A battery needs a positive and a negative to have the charge. A thought is there. It's a teacher for me. Let me pay attention to it and learn something from the thought. Number 2, together, our emotions are our guides. You have a feeling that is a divine appointment. It's not an accident. Oh, no, it's a negative emotion. Put it down. Shove it back into the box. And then slowly die and die and die until you go, I got to be me. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm afraid. I have self-consciousness. I'm embarrassed. Those are important holy things. They are guides leading not only you, but when you share them, they bring the whole world back into a place of synergy. We shared in the first service, Greg Raduca shared really openly. We talk a lot in the first service. And he says he has this codependent problem, and he shared openly to the congregation that I really need Richard's approval. Greg does meditation with me. I never knew this. And he shared very honestly to say, I have this insatiable need for the minister to tell me he likes me, that my meditation was good or it was great. And it's so funny. I think of Greg Raduca at very high levels of esteem. And when he shared that, he opened up a field for me to be able to own into my congregation. You know, I really look forward to when Greg Raduca says he liked my talk. That I need that. And I thought it was really interesting here. We've been doing that first service for a couple of years now, both needing the approval of the other, and somebody had the guts and the courage to say, I got to be me. Let me own it. And healing happened. The emotions he was experiencing led us both to a higher reality and a greater awareness that he's my brother and he loves me in all my flaws, my good talks and my not good talks, his good meditations and his great meditations. Number 3, together, our expressions, both in success and failure, are our lessons. Study them. We're all about looking at our heroes and how they've changed the world. I'm saying go study the heroes when they fell down and they faltered and they made a mistake, and then make the same study of your life. I'm not the person I am today living wide open because of the moments where everybody told me they loved me. I'm there when I failed. And I screwed up, and I made a mistake, and I picked myself up and started all over again, and I didn't die. But I lived that, and I fell, authentically fell, publicly. My life is very public. Have you noticed that? I sometimes don't have the luxury of failing privately. It's the God job. God put me here, and it's not comfortable. I am an introvert. Failing in front of a lot of people, a congregation membership of 500 is not necessarily easy. But what I've learned is in this environment, this mutual admiration society where we love each other in our holiness, our sacredness, and in our mistakes, is a great place to be safe. Yes? And they are lessons to be learned. Number 4, all authentic expression, good, bad, or otherwise, is spiritual therapy. Look around the room. There are people you love. They are your therapists. Look around the room. There are people you don't like. That you'd see them come in and you go sit on the other side of the room. Come on, let's get real, folks. We're all vibrating at different levels. That person is also your therapist. The people whose demons are awakened by you shining your light are your therapists. They're guiding you back to yourself. Don't push them away. Welcome them. The demons that are showing up in you when they push your buttons, don't push them down. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's be real. Let's be raw. Let's be transparent. And let's grow together. It's all there for a divine purpose to lead us back home. The prodigal son coming home. The hero coming home to remember there's a little bit more light than I had yesterday. Bravo. Number 5, our mistakes and misexpressions are our healers. There's a whole lot of healing that never happens on the planet because we don't let ourselves be seen. Hand on heart again. I am here to be seen. Turn to somebody and say that same thing. Rinpoche Trungpa said that a community is the group of people that has the perfect right to see through your stuff. I'm here to be seen. If you can see my stuff, that means I've accepted my stuff, you've accepted it, and now I can let it go. When we're holding on to it, it gets really, really heavy. I got stuff. Anybody got stuff? I'm the only one? I've got stuff. We are in a perpetual learning, healing, therapeutic environment called life, and it's free. A therapeutic learning classroom, a healing environment called life, and it is free, and most of us are wasting the education and therapy because we're embarrassed to express ourselves in our fullness. What's the worst that could happen? You just let yourself stand emotionally, spiritually naked. Don't take your clothes off. So the question is, how do we freely express these things and still keep anchored to the love that is the source of it all? Because what I'm not talking about here is being a bulldozer and running rampant with your bigness. We've seen those people, right? I gotta be me. Poof. I gotta be me. Poof. Love must be present in the environment as you're becoming. Love must be present in the environment when you're discovering who you are and in this adventure called Earth. Yes? It's not about running rampant. How do we operate from the love that is essentially and eternally who we are? That's also a responsibility of the freedom. Number one, let's put it up there. Say it with me. Presence. Notice what's up. I'm bringing the fullness of my life. I'm present to what's up for you. I'm present to what's up for me. Isn't this interesting? I've got something going on that feels a little uncomfortable. Own whatever is up internally. And let others own what's up for them and don't meddle in their world. That's their job, to be present. Your job is to be present to how the Christ is showing up or how the great deceiver is showing up that says, oh, play small, shut down. Presence will reveal fear. Presence will reveal unhealed energy. You're about to enter therapy. Stay in the arena. Stay in the fire. Number two, together, awareness. Is the choice I'm about to make, is the decision and the action I'm about to take, founded in a place of worthiness, founded in a place of truth or a place of wounding? How many people have wounds? And we carry them around, and they're awfully heavy, and we speak from that place. So I just simply get to be aware what I'm about to say is coming from a wound. I don't need to say it. Let me put love on it and speak differently, act differently. Number three, together, worthiness. The world, I don't know about you, but I've noticed that the world is running a low-grade temperature of unworthiness. And that's on every side of every aisle. None of us is excluded from that world, a sense of unworthiness. And it may be that you used to be at 100, now you're only at 10. I'm saying today is the day you dump the 10. You are worthy. It's not just a song. Shine, be glorious. And there's that 10% that says, yeah, but not there. Not here. Not now. The time to heal the unworthiness of the planet is now, and it starts with you healing your own sense of unworthiness. You're doing it for yourselves. Give permission to others to heal their sense of unworthiness. Amy Steinberg is a living, breathing example. When she's in this field, I look forward to her coming here and singing, because any inhibition I have goes away. I'm picking up on the vibration and the energy. Amy, the Christ. Sammy Davis Jr., the Christ. Denzel Washington, the Christ. Be the Christ. Surround yourself with people who will affirm for you when you cannot see it for yourself, your worthiness. Here's what I learned from Jesus. Yes, he said the guy's name. Jesus. I know who I am. Love. Together? I know who I am. Love. I know where I come from. Love. I know where I come from. And I know where I'm going. Back to love. And I know where I'm going. Back to love. He clearly stated that over and over and over again in 1,000 different words. I know where I come from, I know who I am, and what I'm about, and I know where I am going. Yes? Can we take the teachings of the man Jesus and the Christ essence and just live them? Because when I can bring that sense of love into any argument, no matter how uncomfortable it might be, into every relationship that maybe feels like I need to hide, it will be wrapped in a blanket of love and I will be made safe. Yes? Then from that place of knowing, I take an authentic action. I invite the band to come back up. Back to a place of love, I take an authentic action and I stumble forward and I fall and I fail and I screw up and I make mistakes and I do it wide open. And then I learn and I grow. The world is tired of spiritual theories. It's longing for the personification of what it means to be authentic. And then number 5, let's expect judgment. The fact that God put me into such a public arena when I was so afraid of the judgment of other people. And I'm not what I ought to be, but I'm better than I used to be. And as the old song goes, and I'm getting better all the time. That's all we can ask of ourselves, just to get better all the time. Now, some environments don't feel safe, right? There's some environments that are absolutely not safe for you to be fully yourself. I don't share authentically there because the consequences of that expression are too great. I might lose something. I might lose the relationship. Great. Lose it. Lose it. Why would any of us, waste our time and hold on to a relationship or an environment that is founded on a lie? Is it possible to grieve a relationship and love at the same time? Yes, it is. And it is a necessary expression as you are growing and becoming and painting and singing and dancing and living life wide open. You're going to grieve the people who cannot meet you at that place. But then you become a magnetizing presence, attracting to you all the people who can. Look around the room. I see the face of God, the people that accept me for who I am. You know, the ones that can't accept the minister for who he is, they left long ago. The good, the bad, and the ugly, and I will see the good, the bad, and the ugly in you, and somehow we will make our way home together. Each of us is having our own experience. Do you realize that? Your experience is your experience. My experience is my experience based on the lens I'm using, based on the life I have had, based on the willingness to show myself fully or not, based solely on my ability to be present, aware, and authentically worthy in love. The person across the table, little music would be great, maestro. But on the other side of the relationship is having their own experience. Nobody's wrong at that table. Nobody's wrong at that table except the one who's putting themselves in a prison and says, I can't be me here. I can't stand naked emotionally in front of you. I can't stand emotionally or spiritually or mentally in front of you. What you're basically saying is our relationship is based on a lie. And your acceptance of me is more important than me being what God has intended me to be. Buddha, we're afraid we're going to die. And I've said a couple times, I didn't die. I was me and I didn't die. Buddha gave counsel to his disciples as he was on his deathbed. It's a very long speech, but not the least of which is these words right here. Let's read them together. Be lamps unto yourselves. Be your own confidence. Hold to the truth within yourselves as the only truth. Life is going to be tense at times. It's going to be difficult. But you're making an exception to where you can shine and be glorious. You've diminished God. We're going to go into a time of meditation. April's going to come up here and lead us in meditation. But I want you to take a moment to take these words by Rachel Alana as my final challenge to each of you. Take a deep breath with me and take these words personally. Make it personal. You have permission to inhabit your own life, to say no or to say yes, to inhabit your own knowing, to love who you love, to inhabit anger, contentment, joy, and heavy sorrow. Permission to stand for something or to walk away, and never to explain why you leave or why you stay. You have permission to have a voice and to use it and to let others have theirs too. You have permission to tell the truth and to let others tell theirs, even when it's uncomfortable. To know when to listen or when to be cracked open. To watch your tender soul unfurl and come to flower. You have permission to be wild, to live in the full truth today, even if that truth is gone tomorrow. You have permission to follow the call of your soul, even if it doesn't make any sense, even if it is inconvenient, even if it only forms more questions, even if it only brings you freedom or a heavy burden. For you are not a herd beast. You are a being of light, individuating your way out of the sleeping tribe. You are an archangel exalted to human, spreading the great arms of your wings into life. Shine, be glorious, full of beauty, complexity, and magnificent contradiction. You, my dear, are a singer of the soul. Never, never ask for permission. I've got to be me. I've got to be me. What else can I be but what I am? I'm inviting you to join me on the journey of the next layer of mask coming off. Let's go into meditation with singing, Take Off the Mask. Be who you are. You are beautiful. As the lights begin to dim, let's open up to a vulnerable place, a humble place, but a place, you know, the word proud. I invite you to be proud of yourself. You can be humble and proud and loving all at the same time. And let's sing these words as our anthem of becoming. Take a deep breath. Take off your mask. Be who you are. You are beautiful. Again, take off your mask. Be who you are. You are beautiful. I can see your true self. We're connected by our hearts. I can see your true self. And I love who you are. From the top. Take off your mask, be who you are. You are beautiful. Sing it to that place that's been hiding. Sing it to that child. Take off your mask, be who you are. You are beautiful. I can see your true self. We're connected by our hearts. I can see your true self, and I love who you are. One more time. Take off the mask, be who you are. You are beautiful.
Once again, take a moment and just look around. Look around and appreciate the numerous ways the divine is expressing thoughtfully as each and every one in this room. The divine is appreciating itself through and as us. Then intentionally invert your awareness and bring it from reaching out like tendrils to the world, bring it into yourself by adjusting your body, sitting tall and well, and closing your outer eyes. Be aware of your body, the ability to move, but also the ability to be still. And contemplate for just this moment that the divine is expressing not just through, but as your body. The divine is your body. Then begin to connect with the breath, taking some mindful, deep breaths. Perhaps as you exhale, drawing the belly inward, and as you inhale, letting it recoil naturally, letting the breath permeate more deeply in your body. And contemplate for a moment. The divine is in each molecule of breath. And then now with this inwardly going attention, begin to notice the screen of your mind field, and it's usually experienced as the inside of the forehead. And maybe you just notice the thoughts moving across this canvas, and they're pleasant or unpleasant. Perhaps they're true or false, fantasy, reality, but notice that regardless of their nature, they are all emerging and receding to and from the divine. Continue holding the body still breathing and just notice the transient nature of thought. The constant is the wellspring from which they emerge and dissolve. Can you connect with that which is between and underneath and around your thoughts? Can you connect with that? Continuing to hold the body in stillness and to breathe intentionally, allow your attention to now descend and settle in your heart. And just for a moment, feel the emotions, the sadness and the joy, the pain and the love. The divine is all. But moreover, it is the silence between the emotions and the thoughts. It is the source of all. Go deep, deep into that space, in the cave of the heart, between the beats of the heart, between the transitions in the breath, and just observe. Observe, it is you. It is me. It is all. Let's remain in the silence of that space. Remain in that space. Observe the silence that is one and the same as the center of consciousness. Remain aware of that silence as you reflect on the relative quietness of your mind at this time. Stay connected with the silence as you notice the smoothness of your breath. Stay connected with the silence as you feel the stillness of your body. Bring back the silence as you once again open your eyes and look around and see the divine freely expressing as everyone and everything in this space.
Thank you, Reverend Averill. I hope I'm sharing with you that same sense of gratitude for today's service, that affirmation, that expressing yourself as your highest and best and brightest and biggest self is true freedom. And I hope all of you can feel that freedom in here and that we can strengthen each other to feel it outside of these doors as well. So it's offering time. And we have our ushers starting to come forward with our offering baskets. And just a reminder that there are many ways to give, and we recognize that. You can use the baskets that will be coming around shortly to put offering directly in the basket. And if this was your first time today, you can use this opportunity to put your Let's Connect card into the basket. You can also give virtually, scanning the QR code, using the app, giving on the website. There are so many ways to give, and we're appreciative for each and every one of you. We also have our prayer box coming forward. So as I mentioned earlier, our prayer chaplains are available for prayer before and after service, but we also have a prayer box, and every prayer that goes in there gets prayed over with love and peace and seeing you as whole and healed. So as we look towards offering, let's say our offering blessing together. I am so blessed. I am so prosperous. And it is my great pleasure to share of my blessings and to share of my prosperity. And in the giving, the entire world is blessed. Thank you, God. So as we move into singing our offering song, we invite you to affirm and sing with us.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
All right, the blessings aren't over yet, y'all. Let's get ready for Amy Steinberg to bless us one more time in song and rap. What are we doing?
Well, I'm going to do a song for my new CD. I have a new CD called Big Bang Breaks. Yeah. Give it up for it. Give it
Well,
up
you're
for
all
it.
going to go out and buy that CD, right? After this is all long as over, and go get a piece of artwork as a demonstration of this beautiful life.
Yeah, support the arts. Amazing talk from Reverend Richard, yes? Well, as I was listening, I was jotting down notes, so at the end of this song, I'll do a little rap to wrap up the talk with a rap. So this is a song called Stand Tall, which is so perfect for the message. My life is a canvas. This world is unknown. Let me be a masterpiece of the goddess on her throne. Of the goddess on her throne. Yeah. Your life is a treasure. This world is a dream. You are the gold. Don't you know you're so precious as you can be? You're so precious as you can be. So stand tall, tall as you can. Plain small, it does nothing at all. Yeah. Stand tall, tall as you can. Plain small, it does nothing at all. 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 Your life is a canvas, yeah. And this world is unknown. So come on and let yourself be a masterpiece of the goddess upon her throne. 'Cause that's what you are. You are the goddess upon her throne, yeah. So stand tall, tall as you can. Play it small, it does nothing at all. Stand tall, that's right, tall as you can. Play it small, it does nothing at all. It does nothing at all. It does nothing at all. Yeah. All right, you ready for the rap? Break it down. This is me. This is it. The mold has been broken. My masks are gone and my spirit has awoken. Even when challenged, I remember the truth. I say, behold, God's face in you. The freedom of expression is here in unity. Such a big joy in the power of diversity. God chose to do business as me, so I'll show up as authenticity. I am the light of the world you see, and you are the light of the world you too, SOB. Don't be a half-baked version of you. Be like Sammy Davis Jr., a one-eyed black Jew. So big, so you, that they hate can't touch it. Say it with me, I am enough. That's right. So be so big, so you, the hate can't touch. Say it with me now, I am enough. I am enough. Stand tall, sing it with me. Stand tall, yeah. Tall as you can. Play it small, it does nothing at all. Yeah. Stand tall, tall as you can. Play it small, it does nothing at all. Take it away, Will. Come on, let's hear that from your guitar player here. Oh, yeah. How about Tom on the piano? Tell us something about it. Woo! How about Greg on the bass? Mike on the drums? Is it Mike? Let's hear from the drummer. Holding it down, the heartbeat, yeah. Y'all, your band is incredible. Give it up for them. Stand tall, yeah. Tall as you can. Play it small, it does nothing at all. Yeah. Tell somebody, stand tall, yeah. Tall as you can. Play it small, it does nothing at all. It does nothing at all. It does nothing. You're such a symphony, such a mystery.
You want more of this? We'll see you at 1:30 in the Peace Chapel.
Yeah.
Want more of this? That's the gauntlet. Stand tall. Yes. Say it with me. Stand tall. Have a blessed and beautiful week. Thanks so much for coming today. Love you.